I would say 14 years, but with understanding, I would say at least 10, with actually having the hunger to know what it means and to live it out. Because before you just hear saving, you happy to not go to hell. But then once you start getting a glimpse and a piece of the truth, you start wanting more. So then I began to God gave me a hunger to study the word. And with doing that, it just goes on. And so now it's like, I know it's more than just being saved. It's actual salvation from everything, wholeness. I mean, spirit, soul, and body. You have a truly new identity. I mean, a new chance to become something that you only thought of when you were 4 or 5 years old. You know, when you dreamed. Now you had a chance to do it, but the right way. I got married. First of all, I grew up in church, knew of God in a form, but not in a personal relationship way. And so when we got married, it was funny. My wife said something that I never thought I'd hear. She was like, I can't do this no more. And I'm like, what you mean? She's like, we can't be together anymore, like sexually. And I'm like, well, why? You pregnant with my son. I mean, literally 7 months pregnant with my son, and we got saved, and now you saying no? So that right there, bro, was the first time I saw discipline, and it was in the form of my wife telling me no. And so after she did that, I started really trying to, in a sense, walk that walk too, because it was like, just because we saved, we still can do what we've been doing. But I didn't understand discipline. So discipline was the first thing that I learned once I got saved. And that carries on throughout your whole walk with Christ. You know, you gotta, every day, you gotta learn to stop this, do this, put that on, take that off. And it's called discipline. You know, you can't be who you were. You have to conform to the image of Christ. And for years, I bucked it. I rebelled against it, because being who I was, it was easy to create my own day, because that's just how I was. I could make my own money. I could spend it, go make it again. I could, just being honest, kick a dough in, take stuff, and, you know, leave like with no worries. And so I had a lifestyle of no worries, but really in a sense, I was digging the grave. And it was only a matter of time. So when I met my wife, we went through our little dating scene, and then we got saved. Some way God touched my heart, because I always read the Bible. I always was a reader of Proverbs. Even when I was either drinking or smoking weed, I was always drawn to Proverbs. And so when I saw her, and my mom also, who I took wisdom from, she was like, you know, that's gonna be your wife. And I'm like, no, you know, she never even said that, never even told me what to do. So I took all that into consideration after the point we got saved, and I got for real with God, because I knew I only gonna get one shot like this. First of all, I never seen nothing like this before, and I had pretty much lived a life where it ain't nothing else to do. You know, I done everything. So I thought, so this was also a challenge. So I looked at it as a challenge too. And, you know, lo and behold, I'm still here by the grace of God, man. So when we got saved, bro, I changed. First of all, I saw myself, not by what people had told me. You know, all my life, you're gonna be like your dad, you're gonna be this, or you're gonna be that. And I never knew what I was supposed to be until I got saved. I got in the Word, and I found out that God has a will for my life. He's already laid it out. He has a purpose for me being here. And it's not only to just be C.J. Charles Jr. or to just be a father, but it's to be Christ on earth, you know, and to bring people that's lost back to him, his children, you know. And so when Christ, the first begotten, came into my heart, bro, it became like I became free to be who I am. But at the same time, I still wanted to be my own self. So salvation really it humbled me, put it like that. I found out I couldn't do my own thing the way I wanted to do it. So that's what changed biggest in my life, humility, yeah. When I met my wife, I only saw a short, pretty, thick, my type of woman. And I went at her as such. I'm gonna get the score, be it. But God had us, he got a way of, of slowing you down, bro. And she was my form of stopping. Like, I literally washed everything away, like the way I went at women, because she made me wait like forever. And you don't make CJ wait on sex. You just didn't do that. I had a way of doing it, and it was easy to do. So I guess you would say I had a pervertive spirit on me all the way from a child. So I just knew what to say, how to say it, a form of wisdom, but not God's wisdom. So I was that serpent, that knew how to say, but when I saw her, it was like, I gotta get it. But it was God's way of dressing up his promise, so to speak. Okay, you finna see something you never seen. So she made me wait. She never would tell me she loved me until she really meant it. And that was like 4 months into it. But when she said it, and I felt it, I said it back, and it started a bond. And I started seeing Proverbs, because like I said, I always read Proverbs. And I started seeing the word come alive, like right in front of me. And I would go to my mama because I was scared. Like I said, I thought I knew everything. And Mom, I don't know what's up with this girl, but she really got me tripping. So Mom like, bring her here. And when Mom told me this is gonna be your wife, I'm like, no, never that. Just tell me how to do what I need to do. And next thing you know, she fell in love with my mom. So now my mom telling me, you better not go to one, I'm gonna tell Brandon. So I'm like, now God really trapping me. My mom love her, I love her. So surely I'm gonna spend more time with her. So that's what happened. I started going to clubs. I started going out. Me and her grew. Man, and to really shorten it up, because I can go on forever about it, when I saw that she could help me go the right way, I saw a promise in the Bible. I saw a man that found a wife find the good thing, and he obtained favor with God, So I consider marriage, and the more we loved on each other and the more we shared time together, I can say I saw a form of God's love, because I never really saw love suffer with my mom. And she couldn't give me the love that God could, or the love that her father could. But in this woman, I saw, so we went through the same situation, similar situation with single parent home and all that. And with us sharing with each other, it's like, wow, she did it, I did it. We can do this together. We can really become a good family. And so when we got saved, I looked back and I said, man, we've been together 10 years, 6 years. And it just went by like that. And that's what love is. Once you fall in love, once God gets you, you forget about everything around you. And you become one with him, and he one with you, and you don't care what the world say. So when I tell a young man that to slow down, it's really to slow down and see who God really is to you. Because for me, he was a woman that knew she loved you, but only wanted you to love her back. And for you to not know how to love her back, you need direction. So that's what God showed me in my wife, that she love you, you love her, but you don't know how. So get a relationship with the creator of love, and then you'll become one in him, and you can, create a beautiful family like we have. So I would tell them that, first of all, slow down. Allow God to tighten you up, before you go and try to find a wife or find a girlfriend. Seek ye first the kingdom of God.